Let me guess, you've tried Facebook ads before and it felt like you were throwing your money into a black hole. Maybe you got a ton of leads, but none of them turned out to be clients. Or worse, you worked with an agency that handed you a fancy report full of numbers, but your bank account didn't reflect any of that success. Does that sound familiar to you? You're not alone, and you probably know it. The truth is that Facebook ads work. But today, I'm going to reveal the biggest mistakes that coaches make with ads, why most strategies fail, and what you need to do differently to start getting consistent, high-quality clients from Facebook ads. If you've ever felt frustrated with your ads, or if you've been told this funnel just isn't working or it's not working for you, I want you to stick around because I'm about to prove them wrong. All right, so why most coaches struggle with Facebook ads? They don't fail because of Facebook ads themselves. The truth is they fail because the strategy isn't designed for how a high ticket coaching client actually buys. So here's some common complaints that I'm hearing from coaches. I get leads, but they don't convert. Or my agency gives me reports, but I don't understand what's working and what's not. Or Facebook ads just aren't working for my coaching business. The reality, though, is that most agencies are treating coaching ads like e-com ads or some other random niche, which is a huge mistake because coaching is a relationship-based sale. It's not an impulse purchase. So we're going to dive in to the top reasons why most Facebook ad campaigns fail for coaches. All right, so the three biggest ad mistakes that coaches make. Number one is focusing on vanity metrics instead of sales. So some agencies are focusing on cheap leads, they're focusing on clicks, they're focusing on impressions, they're focusing on likes, but they're not actually focusing on revenue. So 500 leads for $3 each, it means absolutely nothing if those leads are trash and they don't convert, right? I know you feel me on this one. So the right approach, if we're focusing on cost per acquisition and return on ad spend and lead to client conversion rate, we have to track what actually moves the needle for your business. So we can track everything, but literally what we need to be focusing on is that cost per acquisition. In a previous episode, I talked about why knowing your cost per acquisition is so important. And so I would encourage you to go listen to that episode if you haven't yet. But that return on ad spend, and then how are they converting from lead to client? So I'm not just sending ads to your funnel and saying, good luck. We're looking at, are they converting? Are they not converting? Why are they not converting? Can we change up that sales page? Can we change up the pitch in your webinar? And we want to make sure that we're actually taking action on what's going to move the needle for your revenue, not just bringing in leads that are crap and don't buy, right? We have to take action on that. So mistake number two is using the wrong funnel for coaching sales. And this is so important because a lot of times ad agencies will take on a client, the client has a funnel, and they'll just run ads to the funnel, but they don't audit it. They don't look at it and understand, is this persona actually going to buy through this type of funnel? They don't take the time to really understand the customer journey and is this working? Is it not working? Has it worked? Can we make it work better? A lot of agencies are sending cold traffic straight to a booking page, and that rarely works. High ticket clients aren't just going to book one time. They're not going to just book a call after seeing an ad one time. So the fix here, the way that we do things differently, is warming up your audience first. We're doing education-based ads. We're doing testimonials. We're doing credibility building. We're looking at deep messaging surveys that build that know, like, and trust so that we can talk about that in your strategy. And then step number two is to create a low friction call to action, right? So maybe the call to action is to DM me on Instagram. Maybe the call to action is a lead form or a simple lead magnet or something like that, or quizzes. And then we're going to use retargeting to move those warm leads into a booked call. See, there's a journey that has to happen here. And then even deeper than that, if they don't book a call at that point, what can we do to intentionally nurture them further? So you probably have an email sequence that's going out to people after they join your list, where you're nurturing them, where you're sharing case studies, where you're sharing testimonials, where you're giving them so much value. But how can we mirror that with the Facebook ads? What value can we give them there to continue to nurture them and then again retarget them back to book a call? See, we do these deep dives so that we can understand what it is that your high ticket client needs to hear in order to convert. And a lot of times the coach, my client, is sitting on gold. They know exactly what the client needs to hear because they've had a gazillion sales conversations and they know what it is that they need to hear in order to convert. So how can we intentionally curate that nurture strategy with the ads that mirrors your nurture sequence in your emails and gets them over the fence faster? It's really a deep strategy. And it's something that I know is really unique to my marketing agency and how we do things with clients. All right. Mistake number 3 is that there's no transparency or strategic partnership. So the problem is that many coaches, clients that come to me, they say that they felt left in the dark about their ad spend. They're not sure what's happening with their strategy. And the agency was providing like a complex report without any clear action steps of like, this is what's happening and here's how we're going to fix it. Or this is what's happening and I suggest this to happen next, right? They don't want it. The other agencies don't even want to take on that perceived liability of like, I'm driving this strategy and if it doesn't work, it must be my fault. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the weight of that, with the challenge of that, with the responsibility of that, because I know that as a partner, I'm going to speak up and we're going to talk about your strategy and not just let things slide. We're going to work on it together. So the solution there is working with an agency that provides those real-time insights, that understands what's working and why, and sharing that with you with those weekly updates, with clear and easy to understand reports. So you should feel like you're in control of your own marketing without having to be the one that's driving it, right? So it's sort of a passenger seat role that you have here where you're not having to drive it. You've got a partner here that's driving it for you, but also you're a passenger in the vehicle and making sure that that strategy aligns with your overall goals, that the ad spend is matching up with what you thought you were going to do, and the KPIs are there. I'm providing all of the information to you, and you're just like, oh yeah, yep, that's right, that's good, all right, thank you. And you don't feel like you have to be the one that's picking up this heavy load of marketing strategy and driving that all by yourself. We are truly partners here. So the winning Facebook ads strategy for coaches. We do things differently here at Sidoti Marketing. And step 1 is that deep audience research. So before we even run a single ad, we're going to analyze your best clients, your best sales calls. We want to understand their decision-making process. We want to understand what it is that they needed to hear to convert. Where were they at then? Where are you bringing them to now? What was that happened in order to make them your ideal client? Step number 2 is that sales-driven tracking. So we're not looking for fluff metrics. We're actually optimizing for revenue. We want to make sure that they're bottom line, that your revenue is coming in and it's aligning with your goals. One of the key metrics that we report on some accounts is marketing efficiency ratio. And if you've never heard of that before, it's something that you should implement in your business. So marketing efficiency ratio is sort of like return on ad spend. So with return on ad spend, it's how much are you spending? How much are you making? There's your ROAS, right? With marketing efficiency ratio, it's how many dollars are you spending on all of your marketing efforts, your ad account agency, your social media person, maybe you have a video editor, maybe you have a podcast editor, things like that, your funnel subscription, all of those things. Marketing efforts, and then all of your revenue dollars. Okay, so it's not all of your company expenses to all of your revenue dollars. It's all of your marketing related expenses to your revenue. And that equals your MER. And so we're if we can't nail down ROAS, then we're going to look at MER, because a lot of times clients convert over time, especially with high ticket coaches and consultants, right? And so if we see that MER is growing, or during a launch phase, we're seeing that MER is incredibly high, like a 10x. Those are really great metrics to look for. Okay, step number 3 is data-backed strategy that is super transparent. We keep you in the loop so that you know exactly how your ads are performing. One of our clients came to us after losing money on ads for months. And in 90 days, we cut her cost per acquisition by 50% and actually doubled her revenue because we stopped chasing cheap leads and we started focusing on the high quality clients. So did her cost per lead go up? Yeah, it actually did, because instead of chasing cheap leads, we wanted quality leads. But her cost per acquisition went down by 50% and her revenue doubled. That's incredible. And that's totally possible when you have an agency that comes in as a partner and understands that you don't want just cheap leads. That's not the metric that we're going for, right? We're going for high quality leads that are actually going to convert. The bottom line is the return on ad spend, and that's what matters. So here's what you should do next. If you've been running Facebook ads and you're frustrated with the results, I want you to understand that it's not your fault. It's the strategy that needs to change. So here's how we can help. I want you to look at your ads, see if we're a fit. Look at your ads. Okay. So here's how we can help. I want you to look at my landing page at citadinimarketing.com/DFY ads and click the button, sign up, pick a time on my calendar, and let's chat and just see if we're a fit. Okay. So that's option number one, is book a call and let's talk. Option number two, I could personally audit and review your current ad campaigns with whomever you're working with right now. I would love to show you where the leaks are. I would love to talk about what kind of a different strategy we would deploy in your account and how we could cut your cost per acquisition and just make the overall experience better for you too. And you would get to see what working with me looks like just in a simple audit. Okay. So if you want to DM me on Instagram, I'm Jody Sidini on Instagram. Just DM me the word audit if you're interested in an audit, or DM me the word book a call, and I will make sure that you get the link to book a call there. So at the end of the day, Facebook ads work if you have the right strategy. So I want to make that happen with you. Let's make that happen together. Here's my final takeaway for you. So most Facebook ads fail not because Facebook doesn't work. They fail because the strategy isn't aligned with what you're selling, that high ticket coaching. So I want you to stop focusing on vanity metrics and start optimizing for real clients, or tell your ad agency to do that. But if you're serious about scaling your coaching business, I want you to work with someone who gives you full transparency, real data, and a winning strategy with a solid partnership. So if you are interested in that, make sure that you book a call. Otherwise, I also want you to subscribe, share, and leave a review if you found this helpful. Maybe you've got someone else that you know that is struggling with their Facebook ads and could use some help. I do have a great referral program, and I'd love to talk to you about that as well. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in to the $1 Million Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Jody Sidini, and I will talk to you next time.